and welcome to the channel where we talk about only good comics. I'm Brant Fowler, and this is Friday Firsts. If you're new to the channel, this is the show where we talk about new issues, new number one issues, new character debuts, new story arcs, and the like for the books coming out next week. So this episode is for books coming out on what is the date? Don't remember what the date is. November 29th. Yeah, that's the date. So we're talking about books that come out on November 29th, and just kind of looking forward to see what I think might be good. So before we do get into all of that, I do want to wish you a happy Black Friday. Hope you find the sales that you're wanting. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving if you celebrate. And we did. We had a family over. We actually hosted for the first time ever, Lisa and I, and it was fun. We had a fun time. We played some games and that kind of stuff. So it was a fun time. But you're here to talk about some comic books. So let's get into the first book on the list for this week. And the first book that we have to talk about this week is The Amazing Spider-Man Gang War First Strike. This is the first chapter, or the prelude, really, to Gang War. And I mean, it could be really exciting. It could be like the rest of Amazing Spider-Man, but we're talking about only good comics here. So I'm going to be positive. I'm going to put some hopes and positive vibes out into the universe. Hopefully, that's what we're going to get. This is kind of exploring what started the war, who hired Shotgun to take out Tombstone, and all of that stuff to kick off this massive gang war event. And I'm going to say it potentially could be good. That's what I'm going to say, because that's all I can say at this point. I'm just really hoping, got my fingers and my toes crossed, that this is going to be good. I really looking forward to a good Spider-Man event. So hopefully this will be it. Next up, we have X-Men Blue Origins #1. This is the definitive, you didn't see that because it was off screen, but definitive Nightcrawler origin. And it's written by Cy Spurrier, so it probably heavily ties into Uncanny Spider-Man and the previous Nightcrawler, or whatever that series was called. Was it Legion or something? Not Legion. He wrote Legion, but you know what I'm talking about. The during the whole Krakoa stuff and the religion that he was starting and all that stuff. I can't remember what the name of that book was, but anyway, so he's been writing Nightcrawler for a while, and he's writing, Uncanny Spider-Man, I believe, and so we have Uncanny Spider-Man on the cover here. I've been enjoying Uncanny Spider-Man, so hopefully this origin is kind of in the same tone, the same kind of characterization of Kurt, and so I think it has more than potential. I think it's promisingly good because I am enjoying Uncanny Spider-Man. So that's what I'm giving X-Men Blue Origins #1. This is an interesting book to put on this, because this is a not really a spinoff, but kind of a, I don't know if it's a miniseries or a one-shot, but it's already based on a book that exists, Barbaric. And this is a book that Mike Spider-Slayer reads from Comic Book Corner 2.0 and Comic Book Weekly. And I've never read Barbaric, but this looks and sounds like something up my alley. And now I'm kind of thinking, well, maybe I should listen to Mike and go check this out. So this is a double-sized one-shot. It says right there. See, if I could just read what's on my screen. Double-sized one-shot introducing an all-new talking weapon, flail. So there are actually two talking weapons in this particular one-shot. And this is set obviously in the world of Barbaric from Vault Comics. And this it says there's going to be virtuous bloodshed, wailing protests, and all kinds of stuff. It says the wrong kind of righteous on the cover there. So it just seems like something that I would have fun with. It's got a fantasy medieval bend to it, so that's something that appeals to me as well. So I'm actually going to say that this is positively good. It just sounds good to me, and I know Mike's been a fan of the Barbaric series, so yeah, I think this one is positively good, and you should check it out. And if you like this one, like me, if I like this one, go check out the rest of the Barbaric from Vault. This next one is a book that I had not heard of until I was going through the list here on leagueofcomicgeeks.com, where I get all my books and pull lists for the week. But this one is from Image Comics. This is from Maria Lovett, and it's a mini series called Crave. Crave issue number 1, and Crave is an app, and it's basically where you can get your heart's desire. They come true, and all this stuff. So these students of this elite university have become really addicted to it. They use it as a hookup app and that kind of thing. But there's one person that kind of sees something else in it, and it leads to this escalation of things that wreak havoc on this campus, and things go a little beyond what the app was probably designed to do. And then all kinds of lies and secrets start coming out about it. So it sounds like a really interesting concept. It sounds like something that could definitely be a movie or a TV show. So yeah, it sounds potentially good. And you know, the art looks pretty cool too. So that is Crave number 1 with a excuse me, with a potentially good. Next up, for all you Tim Burton fans, Batman '89 Echoes number 1, sequel to the previous one, I assume. This is a 6-issue miniseries. This is by Sam Hamm and Joe Quinones, and this obviously takes place in that world of '89 Batman, where Batman has gone missing and without a trace. Nobody knows where he is, hasn't seen him. So regular citizens have taken it upon themselves to enact justice Batman style, and that's kind of what this explores. Where is Batman gone? What's gonna happen to Gotham? And he's got to come back and save it or whatever. So interesting stuff if you're a fan of these throwback series, and especially tying into the movie franchises and things like that. You want to check this one out. I think this one has some potential. It could be potentially good. All right. Speaking of Joe Quinones, he's the artist on this one as well, and it's Howard the Duck number 1, which is an acquired taste if you like this kind of humor and everything. But Chip Zdarsky is writing this. That's why it hit my radar. It's like, oh, okay. Chip Zdarsky with Joe Quinones art sounds pretty cool to me. It's a one-shot, and it involves this character named the Peeper. If you don't know anything about Howard the Duck, he is an alien private investigator that's part of the Marvel Universe. There was a movie in the 80s with Leah Thompson in it. He's kind of a, what's the word? It's got that irreverent humor and that kind of thing. You know, it's just, he's an interesting character, but it's, if you like characters like Deadpool and Spider-Ham and things like that that kind of go a little outside the box and kind of are just kind of in your face with the humor and the and it's kind of like a throwback to a hard-boiled kind of thing, which is kind of odd because the juxtaposition of him in the current world and his views, and obviously being an alien and not everything kind of clicks and all this stuff. It's sometimes it can be really good, and under the skills of Chip Zdarsky, it could be really good. So I'm gonna say this is promisingly good. Then we have Luke Cage Gang War number 1. I almost didn't put this on the list because I'm not sure how I feel about this, and I almost wish I created a 4th category for, like, I'm hoping it's good, but I'm gonna stick to my PG system, and I don't know what P would be for hope. Somebody out there tell me what it could be, and maybe I'll add a 4th. But I'm hoping this one will be good. This is obviously part of the whole gang war thing. We've seen Luke Cage. He's been the mayor of New York and kind of attacking it from that side, having to stick to the parameters of the job and not, veer out of it too much. But this one also includes Danny Rand, and anytime you're teaming Luke Cage with the former Iron Fist together, I'm paying attention at the very least. So I'm hoping this is good. So I'm going to give it a potentially good, and fingers crossed. All this gang war stuff is really, really exciting. We'll see. Okay, so this is a brand new book from Cullen Bunn, who, if you're not familiar with Cullen Bunn, he's done a lot, mostly in the horror space, for a bunch of different publishers. The Sixth Gun was the thing that really kind of put him on the map, and then he's done a bunch of stuff at Marvel and Dark Horse and Aftershock and so forth. But this one is from Massive Publishing. This is Cullen Bunn's Body Bag #1. And the interesting thing about this is you don't know what book you're getting. This is all in these body bag, like a poly bag, but it's designed to look like a body bag. And you could get any one of these 4 stories featuring these monsters and modern takes, different takes on these classic kind of monster types. And you could get any cover. And you don't know what you're getting until you open up the poly bag. And I think that's really clever from a marketing standpoint. I haven't heard a lot of people talking about this though, so that, you know, I wish there was a little bit more marketing involved with this so more people would know about it to check it out, especially fans of Cullen Bunn's. But it's a really interesting concept. I like it as a publisher and creator myself. I'm like, man, that's pretty cool. And yeah, it's a throwback to some kind of 90s marketing tactics, but I like it. I like this one. It's, you know, it feels different. It feels new. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm going to give this one a potentially good, because just it's got me intrigued enough to want to check this out, even though I don't even know if my shop carries Massive Publishing, but we'll see. Here's another one that I wish I had that hope is good category. Titans Beast World #1. I'll be honest, and I know I only like to talk about good comics on this channel. I have not been loving this current Titans run, and I'm not super excited going into this, but it is Tom Taylor. It is an event. It is characters, or they are characters that I love and enjoy when they're done well. So I'm hoping, because this is an event, this is the first issue of this event, Titans Beast World, that it's going to be really good. And it's all these heroes and villains are being transformed into these beasts, and the Titans have to combat them. They have to figure out a way to turn them back, to defeat them, to keep them from ravaging the world. And it sounds like an intriguing story, right? It sounds like it could be something that's a lot of fun. I hope that's the way it goes. And I'm really hoping that this is better than better than the setup has been to get us to this point. So fingers crossed, but this one gets it potentially good. And that brings us to the one that I'm probably the most excited about coming up this week, which is Spider-Woman #1. This is by Steve Fox with art by Carola Borelli. I love Spider-Woman. I love Jessica Drew, that character that Brian Michael Bendis brought back in the era of New Avengers, has kind of established her foothold in the Marvel universe, and she's become one of my favorite characters. And it's been a little bit since we've had a solo title with her, so I'm really excited about this. I love Corola's art, obviously. We have a Kickstarter going right now called Bloom Pretty, which features Corola's art, and so this book I'm excited to check out with her art as well, and excited for her to see her doing a Marvel book. So this involves Hydra and Diamondback, and so it's obviously delving into Jessica's past. And I don't know, I'm just excited about this one. I'm hoping it's really good, but it's Spider-Woman. I like the creative team. I like that it's dealing with her past, and all the previous instances of good titles with Spider-Woman have done exactly that. So I'm going to say this one's positively good, and let's hope I'm not wrong. Okay, that does it for all my rated ones. So now I'm going to get into a couple of honorable mentions. The first one is BRZRKR Fallen Empire #1. Now, I've not read BRZRKR. I think maybe I read the very first issue. I did not return to it after that, but I know a lot of people are fans of this. I love Keanu Reeves as much as anyone else, but I just, for whatever reason, I didn't continue with the story. But this is kind of a story from the ancient past, exploring a different time of BRZRKR. So if you're a big fan of BRZRKR, you're definitely going to want to check this one out. BRZRKR Fallen Empire #1. And also another shout out, we got Assassin's Creed Visionaries #1. This one is from Massive Publishing. So they've been with Titan for a while now. I think this might be the first time that Massive has published them. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, if you know. But I'm always my ears always perk up when I hear about a new Assassin's Creed anything. And I've checked out some of the ones before. So this has got art by Raphael Albuquerque from American Vampire and various other DC properties, but that's like the title that sticks out to me. So if you're a fan of that art style, it can be really cool for you. This is a celebration because it's a 15-year anniversary for Assassin's Creed. So if you're an Assassin's Creed fan, you definitely want to look up Assassin's Creed Visionaries #1. And that's going to wrap it up for this episode of Friday First. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help. And of course, hit that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss any content on the channel. You can follow me across social media at Only Good Comics. By the way, I'm now on TikTok doing shorts, daily shorts, Monday through Friday. Just like little 1-minute reviews. If you're interested in that, go check that out. I'm also putting those up on YouTube and Instagram if you prefer those platforms. And of course, onlygoodcomics.com will take you right back here to the YouTube channel for more talk about only good comics. Until next time, thanks for watching. Keep reading those comics, and I'll see you. Bye. And welcome to the channel where we talk about only good comics. And this, start over.